What is good, y'all? It's Too Fresh from TA Options back with another video, and today we're going to go over my trade this morning, August 16th, Tesla to the downside. We put on a little bit smaller size this morning due to market conditions, but we still came out green, and that's what matters in the end. Stick around to learn why we took it light and why we took Tesla to the downside. Catch you in 7 seconds. So this is what SPY looked like this morning pre-market, and I'll give you a couple reasons why we wanted to take it a little bit light. For those of you who aren't familiar, SPY tracks the S&P 500. So when the market in general goes up, SPY will go up, and when it goes down, SPY will go down. So this gives us a good market sentiment every morning. Now, over the weekend, SPY had a big gap down, a large gap down. One of the reasons why it's a little bit difficult for me to trade large gap downs or even large gap ups is because I like to trade right off the open, and when the SPY or the market in general moves large overnight or in the morning, it's a little bit hard to predict those first couple minutes. Sometimes on big gap downs, stocks will like to go up before they start rejecting and going back down again, and vice versa for large gap ups. The second reason why we took it a little bit light this morning is because SPY is at all-time highs. Now, yes, we gapped down a good amount from those all-time highs, but we're still a little too high and choppy to really be playing super great breakouts. We want a really, really strong push trend. Like these days right here, those are clear cut in one direction. Right now, we're kind of nearing those all-time highs and a little bit extended over them, that we're due for a pullback a little bit soon, and we don't want to be in there with a large position when that rug pull happens. So with those two things in mind, we at TA Options wanted to take it a little bit light this morning to preserve our capital in case the trade doesn't go our way. That's just how we like to play it at TA Options. We believe it is best to preserve our capital for those really high probability plays and put a lot of size into those, while in those littler days, less probability days like this morning, use a little bit of size, so if we end up being wrong, we're not wrong that much. Now for what we saw in Tesla this morning. This is the daily chart. We saw that flag a couple days ago, and it's looking like it may fail. The flag may fail, especially since this morning, right before pre-market open around in Utah time is 5:40, we saw a really large candle with conviction to the downside. If this were to be flipped and this were to have a large move to the upside, this would also be on watch. But because we're options traders, we can play the move upside. We can also play the move downside very easily with calls and puts. So we saw a large move with conviction to the downside and a long time of consolidation. Perfect setup. Now this gives us a couple of what we call quick entries or early entries, however you want to call them. The main level is 700. As you can see right here, that 700 is where it ripped down to and bounced straight up and started consolidating. So 700 is definitely that main level that we want to watch, that break of 700 down below. Now, if you look at the 1 hour chart, you can see that 700 level where my line is right now. Let me extend this to the left. You can see Tesla's had a couple times bouncing in and around this 700 level. Came up here, rejected. Another one bounced, 2 bounces, 3 bounces, 4 bounces. Here we are at the 5th time. Now, it can break, but also with Tesla, since a lot of people are really bullish on Tesla, like me, in the long term, we are bullish on Tesla. A 700 very big psychological level is very likely to get a lot of people's attention, and it could very easily bounce. So with a name like Tesla, it is sometimes hard to short or buy puts in our case, just because of that huge bullish sentiment overall in the stock and the company and with Elon Musk. We wanted to be a little bit careful. So what we ended up doing is we looked at this 702.4-ish level. 702.4, you can see where it bounced. This is the bottom of this candle right here. Bounced again right here at 702.4 a little bit. So that seems like another key level that we can get in and test the 700 level. And if it bounces back up, that's fine. We don't lose that much money, if at all. We may even be green, and in our case this morning we were. Or it can rip through and we had an early entry and we get a really large gain. So that's what we ended up doing, but this 702.4, 702.5 level is where we were watching this morning for that quick entry to test that 700 level. So here's my trading screen 2 seconds before the market opens, and again, we're looking for that 702.4, 702.5 level here on Tesla. So the market just opened up here. We saw a little bit of a push down. Again, we're kind of far away from the level, saw a little bit of a push down, and then we're about to see a huge pop up in Tesla. So a little bit, I wasn't super confident and thought the level would kind of be gone. But as you'll see, sellers started stepping in and it started really gravitating towards that 700 level. And in the past, the way I've observed Tesla has those psychological levels and they are like magnets. The price loves to get to them, so that just increases the probability for us over here. So again, Tesla down here in the middle. I've got the 700 puts loaded. Only doing one contract. Like I said, we're going really, really light today. So you'll see the sellers start to come in, and this 1 minute candle starts turning into a reverse pin bar. So once that happens, I want to get in pretty close to this 704, just to see if we can get that push down to 702, just for the low of day before the acceleration kicks in. So right about here, we're starting to see the red, starting to get a little scary. So I get in, and right here, we just want a quick break below 704. I'm ready to sell in case it doesn't, because Tesla can bounce at this level very, very easily. So I'm in at 704. I'm getting ready. Honestly, I could have sold there just to protect my capital just a little bit there, but I was in the green, thought maybe I could give it a little bit of wiggle room. 705.5 goes, I'm definitely out. So you can see right there, broke 704. Now I'm clearly in the green. So I'm in a very comfortable situation. Now it's how much money can I make, and I'll stop loss at break even. So I'm waiting for that magnet level to break through 702.5 just to magnetize down to that 700. I'm pretty confident that it's going to get down there. And again, I have a good average at 1208, and the contracts right now are at 1205, 1206. So I'm being a little bit more patient, definitely more patient than I normally am. Usually our trades go quick or I'm out. So this was a little bit abnormal, but in this case, I was pretty confident and I was really light size, so I'm not super worried about it. Also with a good spot average at 1208. So the contract's already at 1320. We got that breakthrough 702.5. And just to be safe, since I'm already in a lot longer than I normally am, I want to get out. So there you have it. There was that breakthrough 702.5, and in the end, it got to 700.5, and kind of consolidated for the next couple minutes. I don't have that on the recording, but it consolidated and bounced at that 700 level. Like I said, that 700 psychological level, we saw on that 1 hour chart that Tesla bounced there 5 times before. So you want to be careful when you're getting to those levels that have been previous bounce supports or previous resistances, that if you play the breakout and you're not quick to exit or get a good average before, it could be really dangerous. It can totally reverse against you and not in your favor. So as you can see, I ended up making $131 in just over a minute trading Tesla put options. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, take a look down in the description below and check out our Instagram for more gains and tips about trading, or check out our website to either get our ebook, Discord channel service, or you can get a one-on-one training session with me. Leave a like, comment anything you want to learn or see in the next video, and I'll catch y'all later.